Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Karen Pelka, and I'll be speaking with Susan Tetreau. Today's show is sponsored by Blue Water Area Transit. Welcome, Susan, to Spotlight.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
We're glad to have you. And as a teacher, you wrote a book. And what kind of book is this?
Pieces of My Father's Heart, Angel 1013, is a memoir that I wrote about my father.
Oh.
He served in Vietnam.
Okay.
And during a heart stint, when he was in his 70s, it connected the synapses in his brain somehow where he remembered everything.
What?
So after the surgery, the heart stent, he started remembering things. And I think what happens is the brain, if you've gone through trauma, your brain protects you somehow.
It does, yes.
So after this, it connected all the memories. And my dad would just, in astonishment, say, I remember everything. I remember everything.
How scary.
Yeah, and if you know about Vietnam, it was not one of those wars that was popular, I guess, would be the way to put that lightly. So my father passed away in 2017. His name was Raymond P. Smogey Sr., and he was a great guy. I mean, everyone that loved him, everyone that knew him loved him, and he was just down to earth, had an integrity, was honest. So after he passed away, I started jotting down memories because I wanted to share them with my kids.
Exactly. Don't want to lose it.
Yeah, exactly. And so, well, then COVID happened.
Sure.
Okay.
So gave you some time.
The one thing good that came out of COVID was I wrote this because I had time to write. I probably wouldn't have had time otherwise. And so, yeah, next thing I knew, I had a novel. So.
Wow. And so when did this novel release?
August of 2023.
Okay.
And it was an exciting time. And it's available on Amazon.
Okay.
And it was bestseller when it first came out for a couple months. Just, I think people were excited about this. It's something different about PTSD. But more importantly in the book is I kind of, through my, a daughter's eyes, myself, I tell how my dad dealt with his trauma. And so, part of this was kind of like you think of the veterans who, the suicide rates. And you think about people who've been through trauma, not necessarily just for soldiers, but anyone who's suffered trauma. That's kind of what this book explains and focuses on. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to claim to be one. But I was a daughter of someone who had PTSD. And so I had the opportunity of watching my father. What did he do to make it so far without suffering from the things that a lot of people with PTSD suffer from?
Right.
And so that's really what this book is about, is what I saw, what I watched him do, how our family's love really supported him.
So your experiences, I believe that we all have these experiences. We can use them for good or for not good. And you're using this through sharing these experiences to help other people. And you have an upcoming event that might be able to help other people as well. What is that about?
Yes, I'm really excited about this. The Veterans Affair Office, the St. Clair County Veterans Affair Office, is having me speak at their meet and greet, which is in Port Huron, and I'm really excited about that because really those are the people who I think will appreciate this book the most, and families of veterans I think will appreciate it also. Sure. But really, it's really about faith, family, and forgiveness. And so really anybody who's suffered trauma can benefit from
family and forgiveness.
Oh, yeah, those are the three things you need.
Really important. And so when you wrote down Angel 1013, I'm trying to figure out, okay, what does that mean? Was your dad born on October 13th?
No, but you have to read the book to find out.
Oh, I like it. A little teaser. Okay. Will you be doing some readings at this meet and greet?
Yes, I'd like to. I think that really brings people in to see really what it's about.
Yes.
Because the book does teeter-totter, I guess is the best way to say, to war stories, but then as a child, some fun parts, because, I didn't want it to be heavy and sad, so I had to balance that somehow. So we've got runaway cows, from our farm. We've got drive-in movies, if you remember drive-in movies,
sure.
and just a lot of fun in there too, about growing up on a farm and how much work it was, but really how it brings a family together.
Right.
Yeah, to work so
So
hard.
did you grow up here in St. Clair County?
Yeah, I grew up in Fort Gratiot on a farm, and in fact, in this book, oh my gosh, there's so many Blue Water Bridge, London's Dairy, Sperry's, Keywan Elementary School, because that's where I went as a kid, as a child.
No.
Yes.
And then be teaching there.
Yeah,
That's so great.
so there's a lot of things and people in here. You know, when I went to my, when I had my book signing at the library, people came up to me and would say, I knew some people you were talking about, or I was there. Or, you know, they just really enjoy it. People from around this area, I think, because there's so much history.
Well, just your description of this makes me want to pick it up and start reading right now if we didn't have other things to talk about. But thank you so much for joining us today. And what date is that special event for the meet and greet?
On May 15th.
May 15th.
Yes.
And where can we find more information about you, your book?
Well, if you're interested in the book, I do have it for sale in Weekends, downtown Port Huron.
Great.
The store.
I will go down there
And
for sure.
yeah, they've been wonderful in supporting me.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful store.
It is.
And then you can also get it on Amazon.
Okay.
So, and if you just Google Pieces of My Father's Heart, it pops right up.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good read, and the feedback I have gotten at the book signings are a lot of people who just say, this book helped me.
Oh.
In fact, I've had a couple men say, it's made me think, what kind of a role model am I to my children? So it's a little insightful and encourages you just to be a good person, I think.
What a blessing. Thank you so much for taking that time. Thank you for 2020 so that you could have written it. And
Yes.
I'm looking forward to reading it myself.
And thank you for having me.
For sure. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Spotlight.